Well, Alfie, welcome to Bedford Blues and Goldenton Road, joining up with the squad with us next season. First of two signing announcements to make today. Always nice to bring fresh faces in to the building. First of all, your reaction to joining us here at Goldenton Road for the 2024-25 campaign.
Yeah, nothing but excitement really. Just really good to get an opportunity and head down. And I can't say how excited I am just to get stuck in something new. Been at university for the past 4 years, so obviously I can get a little bit monotonous. Been in the same place, so something new, get down, but something I've still got a little bit of a connection to. So something I can really get stuck into.
Talk to us about how the move came about. Actually, the buck system and that kind of thing has been a prevalent pathway for the championship, particularly here at Bedford. We've had a couple sort of each year. How did the move come about? Did you know about it for a long time? Was it a pretty short turnaround? How did it come sort of to fruition that you're joining us here at Goldenton Road this summer?
Yeah, so actually I had some contact with Mike Rea and you guys Bedford Blues last season. But that just didn't work out for whatever reason. Ended up finishing my final year of university, and then from that already had the connection built from how to come down. And now this year it was just a very simple case of a quick phone call. Are you interested in coming down? Are you interested in playing? And the answer was that was always going to be yes. So that's all it took really. And within a very short space of time, pen was put to paper, and here I am now. So it's pretty exciting stuff, to be honest.
You speak about that connection. Supporters may have already made the link through your surname. You don't actually look too much like your brother,
No, thank
they
God.
might not work. So they may not have worked it out, but obviously there is a link to the club stronger than just your performances on the pitch. Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, essentially, my brother has seen quite a bit of the club. Jake, obviously on loan from Northampton. So although we may not look too alike, which I'm quite pleased about in all honesty, and I definitely don't look too like in person. Definitely a bit bigger than he is, but yeah, it's something that he always talks about is how much he enjoys being at Bedford. So being able to get down and have a crack myself would be good.
We just spoke off camera there, made a little bit of a joke about it. Your brother is absolutely loved here. I guess the first challenge for you is to put yourself in that bracket, a similar sort of loving with the supporters moving forward.
Well, hopefully, I've got enough personality and play well enough on the pitch that I can get a similar sort of reception. That's always the aim.
I guess the fact of having Jake here before means that you would have visited Goldenton Road a few times, have seen sort of, I hate saying the word pressure, but there is a pressure that comes with playing in front of 3,000 fans every week. But I guess you've had that experience of watching your brother do it. He will be able to tell you about how to deal with it. The slope is going to be a big thing for you to deal with as well. How much have you spoken to Jake already? How much counsel will you be seeking from him during pre-season and throughout the campaign as a whole?
Not too much, not too much. Like he just always said how much he's enjoyed being there, and how good the crowd is. Like been to plenty of champ games in my time, and there's nowhere else that gets a crowd quite like it. So I'm not sure whether I view it as pressure, but I think it's more of a challenge, or even sort of more beneficial than that, in that teams come away and it is a hostile environment. That's an advantage to you. It's not necessarily pressure. That's a benefit to you when you're playing in a Blues jersey. So for me, I'm just really looking forward to it. And I think having good, consistent crowds every week massively adds to not only your playing experience, but how well the team goes.
And because of that link with Jacobs, you speak about obviously a local lad as well coming in to the club. That'll help in terms of the transition. I guess you'll be able to stay locally and that kind of thing. You'll be able to buy into this town as well as the club.
Yeah, not too local. So family home, only an hour or two away. So I'll be down in Bedford a lot. So most of my time there now. Looking forward. So it should be good. And yeah, definitely buy into the town and the sort of ethos of the club that's so well known now.
And that chance, I guess, in terms of targets one of those targets will be to play alongside your brother. We obviously hope to see him here, as we've spoken about. The fans love him. You had that experience in a Northampton friendly last season, but I guess that would be something you'd love to do, running out of Goldenton Road together.
Yeah, we used to play all the time together when we were at school. He always played 2 years up, so it was always good fun to have him around, and it was really good just to get 20 minutes with him earlier in the year. So if there's the opportunity to get a bit of consistent game time or some more time on the pitch together, that'd be great. It's something that we haven't done for a long time, so it'd be good to get involved.
It would be fair to say that supporters probably don't know too much about you heading to Goldenton Road. Sort of Mike's brief to me was that you are an outside back. Can you just sort of explain to us what sort of game plan you want to put on here at Goldenton Road, where you see yourself fitting in to the club, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so I think I kind of plays very similar rugby to what I've seen from Bedford already. My preferred game is pretty high tempo stuff. I like to sort of back a bit of pace, bit of power, and try and find space on the edges, put people into space, and then just bring a little bit extra with a bit of a kicking game as well. So just trying to play at a high tempo, keep on top of teams, and find space for others.
I'm sure I don't need to tell you about your teammates. You'll obviously know them coming in on Monday. What you have got in the privileged position that you play is that you've got some unbelievable experience to learn from. I'm sure you'd agree you're still pretty young into your career. You've got Michael LeBourgeois as player coach in the backs, who's played however many games in the Premiership. You've got Jamie Elliott, who I'm guessing you might have even watched growing up at Northampton.
Yeah, I
Well,
still remember seeing both of those guys on TV. Seeing the Bourgeois on TV for Wasps and Jamie Elliott in the Saints jersey. So still very much young enough to remember those guys playing. It's pretty surreal.
and as well as that, on the wings and at fullback, you've got a Hong Kong international in Matt Worley, again of Northampton, Dean Adamson, Pat Tapley's been here for a decade. There's so much learning opportunity for you next season. I guess you're just going to grasp that with both hands.
Yeah, for sure. I think those are the kind of teams you want to get involved in. Teams where there's already a strong base and players with a lot of experience and a lot of talent and a lot of quality, and you can pull as much of that to yourself and to your own game as you possibly can. And then hopefully, if you're able to, just add a tiny little sprinkle of what you can bring. That's all you can really hope for going into a club like this, and that's sort of what I'm hoping for going forward.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be a great campaign. I don't know if you've watched many of these interviews, you'll know that the last question is always the same to every player when they re-sign or sign for the club. Do you have a special message to our club supporters going into next season? Season tickets are out. It's going to be an exciting campaign. We look to build on fourth place. Do you have a special message to the fans going into the new season?
In terms of a special message, nothing too particular. Obviously, I haven't got too much to say, but at the same time, having been there and being there as a fan myself and got those tickets and head down, just that continued support and not only the support for Bedford, but the hostility it brings and the environment that we have at that club seriously does add a benefit to the playing that you see on the pitch. For myself, I always enjoy playing in front of big crowds, and especially at home, when it's much better when they're cheering your name than booing you. So I think, yeah, for the fans, just that consistent crowd presence is awesome and something that I really look forward to.
Perfect. Well, Alfie, I'm sure you'll get this similar sort of love into your brother next season. Welcome.
Here's hoping.
Welcome to Bedford Blues. Wish you all the best in starting pre-season on Monday, and I'm sure we'll catch up when I'm back in a couple of weeks' time.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Thank you.